And millions of Americans, including children, are planning their New Year's resolutions, with kids setting goals for the new year. How should parents balance their own resolutions while helping their little ones? Dr. Kelsey Broker is a child psychologist at Akron Children's Hospital, and she joins me now. Doctor, thanks for getting up with us this morning. You know, I love the idea of entire families getting on board with this because it does make it easier. So how would you suggest going about talking to your kids about this, especially, you know, when they're a little bit younger and they don't quite understand and they just want to watch TV or they want to have that snack that they really shouldn't be having? So how do you go about talking to them about that?
Sure. So I think the first step to this is being able to recognize that the new year is kind of a fresh start, and just how you're approaching it in terms of your view with January 1st or what the beginning of the year looks like for you. And it's tricky because nobody loves making change. We like our routine. We like things to be consistent. So telling and encouraging your children to make positive changes is sometimes met with some resistance. So being able to model that for them in a way of, these are the changes that I'm going to be making for myself. What do you think some good ones are for you to be making? Or do yours align with mine? Maybe we can do this together, because we all appreciate a companion when we're going through these changes and the help and accountability that comes with that.
You know, you talk about change. Is there any truth to it really taking, you know, to create a habit that I think they say it takes like 21 days or so to create that habit? Is that true in people of all ages?
Absolutely. Yes. There's a lot of research out there showing around 21 days. Could take up to 2 months, depending on how significant the habit is that we're making. Some are obviously easier than others, but the more consistent we are in a 21 to 2 month span, the hopefully easier it is to implement and maintain it long term.
You know, I think obviously the healthy eating is something, at least my family, you know, we stay on board with pretty consistently, but I know a lot of people have trouble with that. But I think another thing that people have trouble with is the lower screen time. And I know on here that was a suggestion to have like a game night or something that doesn't involve screens or TVs. So how would you suggest telling a 13 or 14-year-old, hey, we're not going to look at our iPad or our iPhone. We're not going to watch a movie. We're going to play chess today. So like, how do you talk to an adolescent about that?
Right. That's a great point, because most teenagers are, in a sense, addicted to our devices and our phones. You know, there's not a whole lot that's more stimulating than a screen and having constant access to communicating with your friends. So it's tough to create some separation there. And we know that humans are very motivated to work towards earning a reward. So making it as fun as possible. Chess probably isn't going to be super enticing for a 13-year-old, I do admit. But I mean, Uno, you know, sparks fear battles in our house. Anything that they're going to be motivated to continue doing again and again, let them pick the game. They have some autonomy in it, and teenagers love a sense of control. So anything you can do to make it as fun as possible, and it probably won't be as fun as looking at a screen, but we can do anything for an hour out of our time.
Yeah. And I mean, especially with kids, you don't want them to feel completely disconnected from the world, because unfortunately that is the way they connect with their friends these days. A lot of times it's not face to face, but you know, getting together and, like I said, just doing things as a family and bringing it back to that family centered life, I think can really do a lot of people some good in 2025. Dr. Kelsey Broker, thank you so much for your time.
Of course. Thank you.